You might know that Salamangreats are a really cheap deck, but did you know that the deck actually still works as a no-gem deck? Well, it isn't very consistent because you don't have your debug, you don't have your Salamangreat Circle, you don't have your Cyanide Mining, but it still works, and that's what matters. It works because Roar is free to obtain, and Sunlight Wolf and Balinix are also both free to obtain, as well as our Foxy and most importantly, Gazelle. These cards are actually all free to obtain, which means we don't actually need to spend any gems to get them. The way we're getting our Sunlight Wolf is to actually use generic Cybers like Dotscaper or a Backup Secretary. You might be wondering, why are we using these cards to make our Salamangreats? Is it even possible? Well, the answer is yes, because if you read Balinix effect, it says 1 level 4 or lower Cybers type monster. So you can actually use any Cybers monster to link summon Balinix. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna summon our generic Cybers monsters like Dotscaper or Backup Secretary. And then we will link them into our Balinix. Balinix will search our Sanctuary, and then we will link our Balinix into Sunlight Wolf, because Sunlight Wolf requires fire effect monsters, so we can convert our generic Cybers monsters into fire effect monsters through our triple copies of Balinix. We don't have an easy access to Gazelle. The best option we have is our Foxy. It activates free cards on top of our deck, and if we find our Gazelle or our Roar, we can add it to our hand. And we're also playing some spicy techs, like our good old Exchange. It lets us add a card from each other's hand. This is actually really good if you're playing against a mirror match, because Salamangreats are in fact tier 1 right now. So if you plays against another Salamangreat player, you can activate this card if you go first, and you can just take their cards. Because we're not playing cards like Debug and Cyanide Mining and Circle because they're too expensive, we can just take them from our opponent and use it for ourselves. Or if you're playing against another deck that is not Salamangreats, we can just take their staples. We can take their Book of Moon, we can take their Warning Point, we can take their Crackdown, we can take whatever we want. The reason why we're not playing more copies is because we don't actually want more exchanges in hand. One will be enough. I guess let's play the deck then. We opened our Gazelle. That's amazing. I'll take that. Oh no, he saw our exchange. He saw the best card, our secret best card in our deck. He's probably wondering what on earth we're playing. Yo, activate our Gazelle. Summon in defense. We're gonna get our Sanctuary. Gazelle dump our Roar. Now let's make our Sunlight Wolf. And then we'll activate our Sanctuary. And then we're gonna link again. And we're not gonna activate Roar. Instead, we're gonna get it back to our hand using our Sunlight Wolf. And we just set, okay, let's actually set Spiritualism in the middle. And then here's the strat. We wait for 5 seconds, and then we set our second one. So our opponent will probably think that the second one is a bluff. Oh, wait, Lady Debug. Oh, no. Not letting that happen. Goodbye. Crackdown. That's not good. We just Spiritualism and get our wolf back. Or we can just use Foxy. Let's use Foxy. Before we do that, we can just activate our Spiritual Sim. We're actually gonna bounce his other set card. And then, unbeknownst to you, Crackdown actually doesn't do a lot against Salamangreats. Because Foxy can just pop it. The pop our Crackdown, give me back my Sunlight Wolf. And we can get our Roar. Let's see, can we do Lethal this turn? And never mind, I guess our opponent is gonna scoop. Our first win. Amazing. Well, even if we didn't draw any Salamangreat monsters. Boom. Use the effect of Balonix. Darkscaper revives itself. Okay, let's see. Let's summon our backup secretary. In defense. We set our roar, and then we activate exchange. Okay, now so let's see what our opponent has in store for us. We activate exchange. he drew the Dreadmaster. That's hilarious. But unfortunately, he doesn't have any good stuff for us too. MST, what is he popping? Oh, he's popping my... he's popping my roar. I guess I'll use my roar then. I don't know. Let's use this. I guess I'll use my roar then. He's going to summon that. He will lose a card in his hand. He's summoning it on defense. Spells are trapped, so it's not so good for us. But we do have a Balonix, so... yeah, we can use our Balonix. Do we use Sanctuary? No, we won't. Just let him beat over us. And we just get back our roar. We battle, we attack the Celestial, and we do piercing. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Negate. We're not letting him draw two. That's too much card advantage. Let's set our roar, and we continue. We'll actually do piercing. Wait a minute. That's my Darkscaper. I almost forgot because I gave him one Darkscaper, and because we have the same sleeves. We actually have the same sleeves, so that's why I actually don't know that it's my Darkscaper. You're actually gonna tribute our Jaguar because it's flipped. So now he's active again. We'll take our Darkscaper. And then we continue attack. Book of Moon, okay. I guess I'll negate. And then I win. Wow, we actually won. We actually won.